Hi everyone, I'm your host Chanel Amari and welcome back to another episode of Chanel in the City at Juku NYC. She is a badass businesswoman. She's the VP of one of the largest online marketplace to shop luxury consignment boutiques. It's called Leprix. It's one of my favorite consignment shops in the world. Please welcome Lydia Arshadi to the building. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? You look super cute.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you. You guys dressed me.
Yes.
Leprix dressed me, by the way. So let's go through first the outfit and talk about what Leprix is all about.
Sure. So we started about 5 years ago. We are the world's largest online marketplace to shop pre-owned luxury consignment boutiques around the globe. So we feature over 500 consignment stores all over the world, and we're growing. And so basically what we've done is we've created this amazing marketplace for women who love to shop pre-owned, and they like to go to consignment boutiques, but maybe they live in California and they want to shop something in New York. So we have over 500 stores in every continent that they can shop from. And we dressed you today from Designer Revival, which is in the Upper East Side of New York. It is named one of the top 10 consignment boutiques on Racked, and they've been around for about 25 years. So they're one of my favorites. They're right up the street from my apartment.
It's beautiful. I've been there. It's
awesome.
Amazing.
It's 4,000 square feet of incredible inventory. So we've got you in a vintage fur vest, an Hermes sweater, J brand jeans, and Bruno Cucinelli boots, and then we also have you in Chanel earrings.
Amazing. And I feel like $1 million.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You look gorgeous.
And I think also what I love about Leprix is that the message behind the branding is to make a woman feel at her best, right?
Yes.
Whether she has the budget or not for it. Talk to me a little bit about the inspiration of why they felt they needed this niche.
Sure. So it all started with two sisters who used to get in the car on the weekends, and they would go from one consignment store to the other until they thought, how cool would it be that we could shop from our couch, you know, the best consignment stores. So what we did is I traveled along with other team members to help find the best consignment stores and bring these small business owners online. So a lot of these women, they are not familiar with shopping or necessarily selling online. So we're helping bring their inventory onto the online marketplace. And we've got thousands of units of pre-owned luxury. So even if you can't buy the store fresh Chanel, you can get it from Leprix at a really deep discount, and everything is authenticated, and we're helping small businesses grow. So we're bringing the customer that they're looking for to their store virtually.
That's amazing. And also you've been growing with the social media platforms. So talk to us a little bit about how a lot of celebrities are wearing Leprix. There's a lot of celebrity collaborations. Talk to me about some of the main celebrities that have been seen wearing Leprix.
Yeah, so a lot of celebrities, believe it or not, they love to purchase and shop pre-owned. So we've worked with Nikki Hilton. We work with Decades in LA, and they help dress some of the most amazing icons like Rachel Zoe and Nicole Richie. We've worked with also reality TV stars like yourself, and also you know, with Kate Chastain from Below Deck, Josiah from Below Deck, and Lauren Workus and Steven from Summer House. And then we also did a feature on Jamie Lynn Sigler, and we've worked with Sting's daughter and a few other people. So it's been a really interesting thing to see how many people that can afford brand new are choosing to be more eco and choosing to support small businesses.
And I think what's cool is that it's you're keeping up with the time. So making it online and making it viral through social media and making it easy for people to say, hey, I'm in Washington, D.C., but I need a dress, you know, to come to me from New York City.
Sure.
So you do delivery as well and shipping and all that. You make it easy for the customer. Basically.
Yeah, if our customer needs the store to expedite the shipping, we're able to do that. So they can shop all kinds of different styles and brands, and they can have the items, you know, shipped to them overnight or what have you. And we also offer the assistance through our stores that if they want to empty out their closets, we can have someone from their nearby consignment boutique go in and clean out their closet for them and help them sell. So it's
that
pretty,
is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a really nice feature to be able to, you know, buy and sell, and everything has a story. So you're like inheriting another woman's like fashionista.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about that, because you were talking to me about. I love that there is a story behind it. Like even with this, so with this Hermes shirt, I felt a kindred spirit. Like I was bonding with this, you know, woman around my age, around 30s. I mean, I could be off, but like, is there a story behind anything that you could tell us of, like, of a person who got emotionally attached or just liked that item because they felt like they could be inspired by that woman?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time I go into a store, and I've visited probably 50 to 60 stores in every major city that I've been to, you know, there have been stores where they've had a case of estate jewelry that's really incredible pieces, and I always like asking where these items came from. And one of these store owners from Charleston actually told me that the entire case of estate jewelry came from one individual who had no children and she wasn't married, and all of the jewelry was gifts from her ex-boyfriends. And she decided that, you know, now that she was in a home, that she wanted to sell all of these pieces and donate it back to the Humane Society. So I thought that that was such an amazing thing, that you could not only be purchasing a beautiful piece of jewelry, but you're also helping an animal in need. So, you know, and I started my own business and was a consultant for 6 years doing various projects, PR and marketing. And then Leprix came along and I met the amazing founders and fell in love with the idea and just wanted to work for them.
Do you feel, first and foremost, how was that transition coming from a world of the government to fashion? And also, were you able to use those techniques, a lot of them that we don't realize, from that world into this new world?
One of the things my friends told me is when you move to New York, all colors will go out of your closet and you'll only wear black or like dark colors. And I was like, I will never do that.
Let's talk about the things we should do and we shouldn't do on a first date.
Okay.
I've realized through my own personal experience and through the audience DMs, they always say, I can't get past that first date. We have this incredible time, or at least we think we do, with this chemistry. And all of a sudden, the guy vanishes or ghosts us. So
God, that happens all the time. When it comes to the ghosting thing, I pick up on that quickly, and I'm not a fan. It's like, just own up to like whether you were feeling it or you weren't. Right. And if you're not feeling it, that's totally cool. Like we're not on the same page. Move on. I think you should be unapologetically who you are, but be who you are in a polite way. So for me, you know, so many women show up to dates where they are presenting themselves as a nun. You know, they've never had a drink, they don't smoke, they don't curse, they don't do this, that, and the other. And that's not who you are. So don't be afraid to like throw in a small curse word here and there to see if it livens up the conversation and if the person is comfortable with that.
Do you feel like that's an icebreaker for men?
Yeah.
It seems to be, right?
Sometimes I'll do that if I feel like the guy is really stiff. I'll like say, damn, that's some shitty whatever. And if they're just like, you know, shocked by it or it really bothers them, that's not the guy for me. Like I need somebody who's relatable and who I can actually like not offend every 5 seconds. If you get upset about something, whether it be in your romantic, social, professional life, I have learned that if you take an hour, put the phone down, go for a walk, take a hot shower, turn on your music, 1 hour, just give yourself 1 hour to evaluate what happened and then react, you will not feel so inclined to post something you're going to regret later. Giving yourself that 60 minutes makes such a world of difference, and it really takes a lot of self-control. When it comes to professionally, you know, think about if you have sponsors or you are taking a different career path or you want to get promoted in your field or whatever the case may be. There are eyeballs out there, even if you don't think that there are. So it's always a good idea to just try to make it as neutral as possible so it can't be misread.
Also, what's I think great on that note is having great influential people like yourself as friends. Like I have Lydia, so I today came to you and asked you for advice, and you gave me very sage advice, and I feel like having that influence can make you as a person just pick the right decisions. Like that.
I'm like a zero drama kind of girl. So if I have a girlfriend in my life that's constantly like got a pop tire, she can't pay her bill, there's like always something going on, there's a good chance that I'm gonna fade that person out of my life, because not to be nasty, but you get what you attract. Right. So if you are around women that are constantly trying to make the best out of really shitty situations, you are likely going to learn to react that way and make things much better for yourself, and it just carries over. It's contagious in everything you do. So, you know, learning to brush stuff off. I know if something happens to me and I know I'm going to be pissed, I almost just let it go through one ear and out the other and think about something totally different. I try to do that.
Genius.
I try to just forget it before it irritates me and figure out how am I going to get this situation fixed. So you're working on the fix before you're thinking about the problem.
That's amazing, because if we think that way more so, I think we won't let our emotions make the decisions for us. And you're right, it could be hurtful.
This is a really big thing that I want to underscore. There's a lot of women that feel that they need to depend on a man in order to make it to that status symbol or that spot in their life where they will be able to afford XYZ. And you can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. There is a way to buy whatever you want at a price that you can afford if you're just patient enough. So.
And thank God, thank you to Leprix, I feel like we have that option, because a lot of times back in the day, the consignment stores were limited. There weren't as many. Like, would you say if you go consignment, you never go back in a way? Once we do figure out this world of consignment, it's going to be an easier way to shop?
Yeah, it's very much recession proof. So, you know, as the market may change, the prices generally are still affordable for the average customer. I'm not a fan of going to like a mall and picking something off the rack where there's 10 other ones right behind it.
What your advice would be, your best advice tips on how to make it successfully in a business or as a business entrepreneur?
Keep your nose down. Don't focus on what everybody else is doing. I learn that every day. You know, we have our own challenges in our space because it's starting to become more congested, and having tunnel vision is so important. Learning to keep your nose down and your eye on the prize. So for me, I do a lot of reading between like competitors that I'm following, or industry news or challenges that we're facing. I talk a lot to our store owners. So my focus is not necessarily the negative aspects, but what can I do to forecast ahead and try to overcome those. So just keep your nose down and stay humble, and don't focus on, you know, what everybody else is saying that they're doing that's so great, because again, social media and everything else is just a small tiny percentage of it, and for God's sakes, have some fun. Like,
right, don't take it too seriously.
Just be a goofball, you know. That helps you get through the difficult times. So not everything is going to be great, but make a joke out of it and you'll have fun.
I love that. Thank you for coming. This has been amazing. Where can we follow you personally on social media, and where can we follow Leprix?
Okay, so my handle is at The Luxe Venture, and it's LUXE, and then Leprix is LEPRIX.com, and we have some really amazing pieces on our site, and if you use the code Chanel10,
right,
that's specific for the followers, we will give you 10% off up to $200 on your first purchase.
Thank you.
So you could have basically purchased this fur, or maybe some, you know, the boots or whatever.
Make sure to follow this beautiful, amazing soul. Your journey is incredible.
You're the best.
Thank you.
You're the best. Your journey is the best. I love watching her.
Thank you. Well, I couldn't do this without my amazing friends, my beautiful, badass entrepreneur women who I learn from every day. And it makes, honestly, it keeps us learning. And I think that's the most important thing of life, like where we can learn from smart, intelligent people. Thank you so much for being with us, Lydia.
Bye, guys.
Follow us. Make sure you go to Leprix.com. And just to impress, we are going to see you in the new year. Thank you guys for watching us, and thank you for listening. We'll see you soon.